Okay. I'm going to be doing this in video before I go on live stream. I don't know if I want to do it live stream because I'm worried if it's going to block everything that I say. And while I'm just doing some kind of updates and everything with my computer and have that fully done, all I gotta say is that right now it's in the morning. I woke up early. The reason why I feel like I had my sleep and everything, it's my answer was to get freaking headache medicine for me, and I just needed to take that because one, it was also great for my muscles because my shoulder muscle on the left side is just like bad, and then it was starting to go to my headache, a little headache going on. It's just all like that energy is coming from people that I'm watching in YouTube talking like they don't know nothing what they're saying, and they're talking about spirituality, and then they speak things like they didn't experience it. They're speaking it like they're speaking from a book, and I'm like, yes honey, you're giving me that information, but it's information, not experience. I don't want you to tell me what you think, how you do this, that, and the other about something. For an example, I'm going to talk about dreams and controlling dreams and how that works, and I'm going to say it based on my experiences on how that goes. How I feel this, I don't want to state names, but hey, you know, we all know what we're talking about. Once, you know, if you're connected with me, you will know. Before I want to explain about, you see this? Before I want to explain about that, because someone wanted to come across like they know it, and I have it on my cup. And I did videos ever since day one in my other channel that I did vlogs and readings at all in one, and I have like about over 300 videos in that channel. And in the start I was talking about dreams and how dreams is connected with past life memories, and I explained it way before these people did, and they thought they knew everything because they got the information from me, and also the other information is from books and information they can get online. It feels like they're getting some of my insight, but not fully, because I'll tell you, the best thing ever is to stop talking about it, and then you'll see how other people are going to present themselves after. And then that's when I come in and say, you know, you think you know what you're talking about, you really don't know. The same as what I'm doing regarding readings and tarot readings, we all know, let's not start defending these people, we all know twin flames are ruining it for everyone, not just people who are not twin flames, also ruining it for twin flames in general. And we all know that, and I'm seeing that, and there are certain people that are not liking how certain twin flame people are portraying themselves, and they're portraying themselves as fake and phonies, and they don't know shit about spirituality, and all they're doing is speaking like they know, and speaking like they're in their union, and they're not. We all know this. Now, moving on. Now that we understand that, moving on, the reason why I'm stepping back on readings is just to make you guys see who is the idiot now. Because I'm surely not going to continue my readings for a very long time, because everyone is going to have to see through the Mercury retrograde, Jupiter retrograde, Venus retrograde without me doing any readings. And you're going to get all the shits from their readings, that what they're saying. And what they're going to say is not going to freaking fly once Venus retrograde comes around. And when shit comes down and they're saying, oh, all is well, and they need space again, you can't, cover your ass on that shit. Because we all know astrology, we all know how that works, and you can't go around and saying, oh, they need space during Venus retrograde. You can't do that. That's not what Venus retrograde is. It's about leaving something that's not beneficial for you. It has nothing to do with healing and giving space. And now people are talking about that. Those who are talking about those who are talking about friends with benefits, those who already have a girlfriend or a boyfriend already on the side. All I gotta say is that's not gonna last. We all know that. Those who speak of it now know that. By Venus retrograde, that's already done. Like, they're already moving on. They think they are moving on now. They're possibly saying, well, I'm gonna, focus on myself and not worry. But they are worrying about it. They're worrying about it. Who are you to fool? Because you can't fool this woman right here in front of you. You can't fool me. And then I come across people that are talking about stuff and also exposing people, more than just one people. Like, I'm seeing a lot of people wanting to expose phonies, such as spiritual phonies. And I started that. I started it. I started with the twin flame stuff, and everyone attacked me. I started with, certain readers that is always talking about watch what you say. Readers, astrologers, mediums saying that, and it's bullshit. We all know that. And you never see me say that, because that's something you cannot ever do against someone's will, is to tell you what to fucking say and how to say it. But You know, when people see this video, they think I'm a hypocrite because I'm going to say, what you're saying, you don't know what you're saying based on dreams. Well, that's not a hypocrite, because I'm going to state to you straight foremost forward that you don't know what you're talking about dreams and how to control it. And first and foremost, I heard what this person was saying, and they were talking about, oh, concentrate on your inner self, concentrate on this, that, and the other, your higher self, and la 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 la. And I'm like, okay, that's all about meditation. Yes, you're gonna have to master that. Master meditation, and I'm talking about controlling your dreams, okay? Just in case my live stream will not go through well, and that stupid freaking live stream blocks shit and blocks my words, I will state it here, because I know I'm gonna go to the live stream. This is like a little intro. And it's just, I listen to this, it's just people who just don't know this stuff. Just doesn't get it. And they speak like they know. They speak because they're speaking through a book, reading something off from the internet, and they're like, focus on your inner self, focus on higher self and yourself. And I'm like, that's fucking meditation. That's not about controlling dreams or having any fucking secrets about it. That's why I had to take headache medicine, headache pills, even though, you know, hey, you know, it's not natural for you to do it, but I have to fucking do it, because this full moon stuff just fucked everything up with my muscles connected to my fucking neck and fucking brain, because it's all about the fucking brain. And I'm like, man, these people don't know nothing. And so far I had a fucking great sleep. Just taking that. All I needed was fucking 3 hours. 3 hours of sleep and I'm good to go. Because I was sleeping a lot lately, but it seemed like it wasn't enough, but it seemed like I needed was some kind of medicine to take away certain muscle pains and stuff. And that was the answer. Now that it's 8 in the morning and I don't have to worry about certain shit right now from the outside world, all that's been done with. They know what's up. You're talking to that dream stuff, back to that dream stuff. You're talking of meditation. What I've been saying since day one. Meditation you have to constantly do every freaking day. Every freaking day. And I've been doing it subconsciously and unknowingly that I was doing it since I was 12. And that's how in tuned I am, because I've been doing it. And then once I realized, why am I doing this? Why do I need to go to a place and be quiet, lay still or sit still and just focus? Why was I constantly doing that? It's called meditation. Just focusing in silence. That's where you go to your inner self. But I never knew that. I didn't know that since I realized about the definition of meditation. And I was like, man, I was doing that when I was 12. That's all you're gonna have to do is when you don't know a certain word and you look up on it and you correlate to it because you was doing it. And you didn't know until you read the definition. Now, when it comes to dreams, it has something else. It's a different thing. Okay? It's something else. And I'm here talking and I'm doing fucking something else on the side here on the computer because I am constantly doing things. It's not just this I'm talking about. I have other things to do. This is not my only thing in life is to teach people about this shit. Because people think they know what they're talking about. They really don't freaking know. Only because by reading. Freaking reading. And they think they know. And they're like, oh, I think I know what it's saying. When I'm like, no, you freaking don't know. When you act like that, when you respond to the definition of dreams and how to control it, and then you're like your response is like, I think I know this. I'm not sure, but I think I do. No, you don't. You have to make sure that you do know is by saying, I did this, and I didn't know the definition was this. That's when you get kinda confused of what you think you know. Sorry to say, that's how it is. Now, these people think they know what they're talking about. They do not know, and I'm here to state it because it's more than that, okay? It's more than just saying you have to focus on yourself and your inner self and to control your dream. That's only like 20% of the fact of how you do it. And you think you know what you're saying because you are so-called twin flame and you know shit. That doesn't mean you know shit, okay? That's what I hated. That's why I freaking was attacking certain twin flames, because they're speaking like they know stuff and they don't. And I'm like, man, you think you are so spiritually inclined because you think you found your twin flame and you are a twin flame. it again, going back to that high and mighty shit that I freaking dislike. And I'm here not going around saying, oh, I'm a twin flame, I know everything. No, I'm here saying I'm a spiritual person, I know my shit. It's just, it will take time, because I'm just sitting back and just freaking seeing all these people talking all this shit based on twin flames, and doing all this stuff based on readings. They ruined everything for everyone, not just people who wasn't twin flames. They're ruining the name of twin flame itself, which means no one is going to take you serious in the future, because you fucking ruined it, because you thought you were this and you weren't. And then you get mad, oh, I guess I'm not a twin flame because I don't have these spiritually inclined things. That's where you went wrong, buddy, honey, sweetie. That's where you went wrong, is that you thought you had to have any spiritual, that you had to have like spiritual gifts in order to be twin flames. And if you don't have a connection with your significant other, and that you don't have any recuperation or anything from them, that means, you know, you're not what you think you are. Okay, you thought you did, but you're not. Again, when you believe in something, you create it, but then you realize it's not what it was, because someone was saying it, someone else was saying it in their own beliefs, and you created a very bad outcome, because people were saying it was fine to get into someone that's already taken and has already have a girlfriend or a wife. And I'm like, do you even know what you're doing? You're believing in what someone else is believing in, and you're creating it to yourself. You are freaking creating it, if you don't think so. Now back to the dream shit, because we all know already, freaking people are ruining stuff on, like, because that's why in the end of the day people are going to have to call themselves not twin flames, and they are, based only because these twin flame people are ruining it for everyone, and ruining it for twin flame people themselves, because they are making a fool of themselves. And I was stating that since day one, and everyone attacked me because they still believed in that shit. They still believed in it. If no one attacked me, then it was just stupid automatic report from Google or whatever, and YouTube. Whatever the case may be, it's in the wrong, people, because I was stating, hey, you guys, I'm pointing to you guys what's wrong, and if you don't want to see it, you will see it in the end, and you will regret, and then you will regret that you attacked me for that freaking name, that now you actually see the name as something that you don't want to associate with or correlate with anymore, and you're going to denounce who you are because these people are making a fool of themselves, and you yourself don't want to be in it, and that's where you want to be. you want to be in a place that people will fucking understand you, and that no one is following and no one. Okay? No one is following no one. Just don't follow people, because once you do that, there's always that bad apple is gonna fucking ruin everything. That's why I don't follow, because I know there's always a bad apple in a group or a community. I'm reading my emails because it's based on certain comments and stuff and YouTube. Alright, what else? Continuing on, because I was freaking distracted by emails and stuff. Now, and I was doing some automatic readings using, Doreen Virtue's cards and how it's seen. I posted on Google Plus. Let's see how long I have. 27 minutes. It'll keep going, and it'll automatically keep going. This camera I got. The cards that came up was motivation, divine guidance, classes, such as classes as teaching people, stay true to yourself. So I have to have freaking motivation to teach these people a thing or two about something that I'm divinely guided to do, and stay true to myself. And these people, I swear, they don't know what they're saying. And I have to come across as a teacher of my own. And holy Christ, all these things that people think they know everything, and they don't. They really don't. And people are listening to the wrong people. And I'm like, yeah, they seem popular and everything, but what they're speaking of is like it's from a book, and they're not speaking based on experiences. I don't care if you're gonna say, because I can come across right now and tell you right now what you just said in your video. We all know who I'm talking to and about, and there are certain people out there that they know what I'm talking about, because there's a lot of people connected to that certain person that talks about dreams, this, that, and that, and the other, talk like they know a lot of stuff, and all they're getting this is from information and not from experience. And this person has spoken like, oh, I had dreams of, because I can come across saying I had dreams about that too, so because I dreamt about it also. So what are you going to say now about that? That what you were saying is not what you're saying. Because, you know, you can't go around and say, oh, I had dreams about, like, nightmares and stuff like that, and I dreamt about really bad weather, and I dreamt about I don't know if this person said bad weather, and I do believe, if I remembered, if they spoke about tornadoes and stuff, and that they dreamt about it, and that they thought it was a past life thing, I'm like, I dreamt about that too, but I didn't feel like it's a past life thing. It's more of a fear thing. Okay? Because I don't dream about that, like, constantly. It was only a one thing, like 1, 2, 3 times in my whole life. But it's not past life, it's a fear thing, okay? So, like, if you see that and you feel some kind of way and you feel scared and fearful, that has nothing to do with a past life. It's just your subconscious showing you again, which I'm trying to tell you, that you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know about dreams. You don't know. And when you don't speak of subconscious, then you don't know nothing. And all you're doing is speaking out there and just, oh, blah, 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 and you're not saying anything about subconscious, then you don't know what you're saying. And I'm here just putting someone in their place. Because if they think they know, they don't. I freaking dreamt about tornadoes too. And that was based on fear. Okay? It's based on fear. And yes, it alarms you, because, and it feels real too. Of course, why not? I had dreams that it felt so fucking real. And when it's based on fear and you're having nightmares, but when it comes to me, when I was younger, you don't know what these freaking nightmares was doing to me, as, you know, personally and spiritually, physically too, because I was like freaking, your heart races and you wake up and it seems like your eardrums are freaking going like crazy because you're fucking scared. Well, you were young. I was young. We all were young one time, and that thing scared us to death. And then now you see yourself, you're not that way anymore. Okay, now, after all this stuff that I'm talking right now, and that what I want to start and say, I want to explain, because these people give me headaches, and I'm like, man, these people don't know stuff. In order for you, because I'm going to give you just a little hint, this has been like a 30-minute long video of just back and forth, because I don't want to say it fully, because these people are going to use this shit, you know, use it to their advantage and say they fucking experienced it. And I'm here saying you need to talk about experiences and not just information that you read on Google or Wiki or whatever, what fucking ever. 35 minutes and I'm rambling because I really don't want to say it. I really don't want to say these shits to people because they're gonna fucking take my experiences and make it their own. Listen, in order to be very, very good in controlling your dreams, and I'm saying it to the end of this video so you guys could just listen to everything, what I'm saying right now. In order to be very, very fucking experienced, in controlling your dreams, just like real life, you were gonna have to practice and you were gonna have to face shit in order to you to know how to control your shit. And you will not read that anywhere in any book, period. That's me telling you. You're gonna have to go through years and years and years and years of people fucking you up in your dreams, and you losing constantly. That's where you're gonna get to know how to control, is because you're constantly losing fights over people, losing ground over people, over who knows what in your dreams, and they are seen as people, and they are seen as figures, as entities, as this, that, and the other coming around, because they know you are inexperienced in dreams, in the dream world. And that's how they know how to get in your dreams. And then that's how you learn how to control your shit, because you've been through lots of, what's it called, encounters, okay, of people just knowing how to get to you in dreams, knowing how, and then that's when you learn. Just like in real life, there's no difference whatsoever. And if you don't believe me, then fine, don't believe me. That's how I did on my way, my own way, my long journey experiencing way, and learned it that way. Listen, I hate it when people talk like you can do it overnight, that you can control your dreams overnight. It takes many years of being dragged down, beaten, falling constantly, and then after that you're gonna gain what you need to do, because you get pissed off. Seriously, you get pissed off in your dreams. Subconsciously you get mad. Inwardly, not outwardly. Inwardly you're like, man, I'm always fucking losing in these dreams and I'm getting fed up. I gotta do something. Now, what you do is that you try and train your mind in reality to fight back. You can use any means of how to do this. First of all, how I started to get better. To honestly say, I don't know if people are gonna freaking believe me. Because, you know, it's, we all know it's connected to dreams. And when I say it, people are not gonna believe it. And you're not gonna fucking see this and you're not gonna read this anywhere. The key, the major key, because when I was younger I constantly did this in reality and I didn't know I was subconsciously doing this years and years to get ready in the dream world of what I need to do. Listen here. And people fucking, when I fucking say it, I know people are not gonna believe it. Because they're gonna say, no, that's not the fucking answer. Cause, you know, that's like child's play and shit. I'm like, no, you don't know what you're talking about. That shit is built for your subconscious. And I'm gonna say it right now. Video fucking games is your answer of how to know to control your dreams in any possible way. It has to be action fighting games. Action fighting games. And sometimes some kind of shooting games too. Why? Because it requires you to use your brain. And the reason why people invented video games is to put it to our subconscious how to control. And that's where it comes from. But you will never fucking get that in online shit. But once, or in any book, but once you look up on video games, and the reason why they do it is to train your fucking brain and train your subconscious to do something. And I was doing this constantly. I do believe I started like around 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, possibly 19, and then I continue on sometimes, you know, with the PlayStation, because at first I started with Sega Genesis, and then I started doing PlayStation after that. PlayStation like around 23, and then around that time, that's like around once I started doing the PlayStation stuff. That's when I started to, like, my control stuff, my control subconsciously was getting better, because I was a fucking gamer, of course, when I was younger. Because when you're a gamer, you will fucking know. It's not like today, like it's fucking strategy games and stuff. It's not about that. It's more how you control yourself in a game to fight and to attack and counterattack and do all this shit. And then once you put those types of moves and everything back to your subconscious, and you go to your dreams, and then you do the same thing what you were doing in certain video games that you were trying to control your certain character to do certain things, and that is subconscious, people. And that's how think why they're having freaking military games now. It's to train your fucking subconscious for military, just in case in the future they want a lot of people to go to the army. You will be ready to do that, or you will be ready for what's coming. It's training your brain subconsciously. I know a lot of people will say, oh, that's only to make you what's it called, used to it, used to war and stuff. Yes, to a certain degree, subconscious. It's also a subconscious thing. Okay, please, I beg of you, do not start, because everyone was talking about that, like, once back then in the 90s, everyone was pointing to violent video games and how that's not helping kids and stuff, and that they're getting used to and immune to violent stuff. And I'm like, yeah, but you don't know what it's doing to the subconscious, and that how helpful it will be for certain things, just like dreams, that you're gonna have to need that fucking control. I swear. Video games is your answer if you want to fucking control your shit. It's a fucking testing ground for your dreams. Okay? So don't go around and think, oh, I'm fucking saying this shit and it's bullshit. No, it's not. I fucking experienced it myself. I freaking was a gamer, and I stopped at a certain time. I do believe I stopped like around 24 or something. And then after that, I started to become very freaking experienced in my dreams, and it started to manifest all those years that I fucking did. And I don't know why I'm always saying the F word, but it's because people gotta know the thing behind science and the thing about freaking subconscious, and what subconscious does, and what video games does to your subconscious. And where does it exactly go? It goes straight to your dreams. And once you learn how to control it in a controller, from a controller, remote controller, it will be guided to your brain, because you're seeing it in a screen, exactly in a dream. How a dream is. And you put yourself as a character in the frickin' game, and that's the frickin' dream. I do believe Inception didn't even say that. Like, if you go and watch Inception, the fucking movie, you see it, and when they are doing the frickin' dreams, it seems like a frickin' game. And that's like, sorry to say, I'm cursing a lot because these people don't fucking know shit the way I do. And when they were never a fucking gamer, and that they never frickin' played video games, that means they don't know nothing what they're talking about. Because you have to experience the gaming system, the game, the shit, that you have to go. Like true games, not freaking games like Facebook games, none of that shit. You're gonna have to be on true freaking games, like PlayStation games. You wonder why, fucking wonder why games now is expensive. You wonder why, because it's getting more of being so real that you're fucking playing it and it's real. It's going to your subconscious. It's like about freaking what, about almost $70 for one freaking game that you have to play, buy for PlayStation. It used to never be that way. It used to be like freaking like almost $50. Like, get freaking question that. Why it's freaking getting expensive? Because the technology is enhancing to make it look like more real, and it'll go to your subconscious, and it's helping you subconsciously and you don't know it. And it's helping you for dreams and you don't know it. It's a testing ground for your subconscious. That's why they're trying to ram stuff in your brain once you play the freaking game, the video games, whatever it is that you're playing. Because whatever it's doing, like fighting games or something, whatever it's doing on the game, it's unrealistic. It's more in the dream world reality. Like having magic, like having certain things. Like, to be honest, I have and I still do, I still do have that certain magic in dreams, that you can move stuff without touching it. And I got that from certain video games. And you start, like, once you constantly do that in video games, and you're like moving something without the character touching it, and without this, that, and the other, and developing certain powers, transforming certain things. And seriously, I freaking can do that in dreams. I was able to, because see, I can just pile my freaking experiences up regarding dreams. I had a dream once that I do believe it's like one of my past ex-boyfriend, that was freaking like someone that I don't want to fucking deal with anymore. Freaking changed my whole freaking life. That he was stalking me in my dreams, and I was trying to get away from him. And like quickly, out of nowhere, I transformed myself to become what? A freaking man. To disguise myself as a man so that he would not find me. Lo and behold, I did that and he didn't see me. That's how you control your fucking dreams. So tell me, can you do that shit? Can you transform yourself in your own dream as a man? Because you're hiding from someone that's stalking you. Can you pass dimensions? Can you go through dimensions? Because I did that already. I stated it in one of my past videos in the other channel. It's like far back. That's controlling your dreams. That's doing whatever you want in it. And there was like long periods of time, like months and months, that I would just dream and do whatever the frick I want to do. Because dreams can also be dreams can also be one's escapism when you don't want to wake up to reality, which means wake up to the world because you don't want to be in it again. That's another thing, that you're in a place that you don't like in this world. Your escapism can be in dreamland because you don't like how it is here. And then in the dream, you can do whatever you fucking want. And that's how I did it. And that's how I did it when I was like still with my ex-husband. And I was like, I want to get out. I want to get out of this fucking shit. Because I don't want to be with this person anymore. And then that's when I started to dream and control more with my dreams, because that's where I can fucking control my shit. Because I couldn't control anything in reality. Based on a narcissist, okay? It's based on every fucking thing. Video games. That controls your subconscious. You don't want to be in reality. You want to be escapism. You want to get out of it. Other than using drugs and stuff, you can use your dreams. Same with the Inception movie. He didn't want to accept reality. He goes to dreams to do his own fucking world. That's true. You can do it. And if people didn't think that was true, it is. You can. But I didn't do it the way the person in that movie did, because that was way too way too escapism for me, like way too over the top. How I did it is, it was kind of like a video gamers type of, like going to certain levels, completing certain missions in dreams. Like, I made my dream world fun to be in, like a video game, trying to end a certain level, end a certain mission, but I couldn't end it because there is a continuation after. There would be a continuation of a certain mission that I have to do, such as looking for someone. So, you know, it went that far. Okay? It went that fucking far. And these people out there are just talking about like they know shit. And they're not talking about their experiences like I am. Like I am right now. I stated about a few of my dreams in a certain videos. I stepped back and I'm like, okay, let's see if anyone will get into this, or if anyone was going to talk about this. And yes, they started talking about it, and I'm like, you're not sharing your experiences, but I am. I'm going to, but I don't want no one fucking stealing my shit. And everyone will know where it came from. Oh, Christ. And these people think they freaking know everything. And here I am talking about escapism during dreams, during the dream world. And that's how you know how to learn to control your dreams, is when you get used to going there for your escapism, because you don't like your reality. You're not liking it how it goes. But first of all and foremost, that's how you manifest. That's how you create, is through that too, if you don't think so. And you can get your answers too. You can get your answers to life from there. Once you start roaming the dream world. When I say dream world, I say fucking dimensions you go to. Places you're like, my God, I didn't know there was such a place like this. And that's escapism. Because you don't want to be where you are. And they're like, I can continue with my, I can continue I can continue talking about my experiences. I can continue things that I freaking wrote on my journals, and I still remember. Okay, I was going on missions. I was actually going on missions to find the person that I should be with. How long ago was that? That started in 2012. That was 2011, 12, 13, 14, and then it stopped because for it to come to reality of what was going on in the dream world, because it's true, whatever happens there for me, because whatever I dream about will come about in reality, which is, that's supposed to be true for everyone. Like what you come across in dreams sometimes can come across in reality, will create and manifest. Oh yeah, I freaking went to the dreams, and before going to the dreams I was feeling like I need to do something. I need to look for someone, and I need to look for my significant other that I'm supposed to be with, because I know darn well who I was with now is not who I'm supposed to be with. And I'm like, this is not someone that I should be with. There's someone out there that I know is for me. So I went to the dream world, found escapism there, did my own missions, started looking for someone. Then I found them. Then once I found them, the story starts going. The story starts forming. And then I started to understand what the dreams was telling me. So I went along with it, you know, every time I dream, because I would continue it after, next day or next night or next time that I would dream. And oh gosh, I still have freaking some muscle going on my shoulder going on. Oh, it's not as bad as before. Okay. All this because people think they know what they're talking about, and I have to explain my experiences so that people will understand what they're trying to do, or what they're doing is not what they think, or what they dream about is not what they think, because there's more to it. You're gonna have to start understanding your own dreams and your own codes in dreams and how it interprets for you. And if you still don't understand it, then you're gonna have to yourself. No one can do it for you. Oh god, this is not gonna even go farther than I'm not gonna talk about the freaking guru. I'm gonna speak about that in live stream, because this is gonna go fucking far and freaking long. This is gonna be freaking long, I swear, because it's based on experiences, not what I fucking read in the fucking book. I swear to God. I'm just being fed up and tired of just trying to say my own things, only to explain, to tell people, you know, you don't know what you're talking about, only concentrating on self and inner self. And I'm like, it's more than just that if you want to control your dreams, buddy. Oh my gosh. And then people wonder why they can't do it, how they're saying it, and I'm like, there's more to it, that's why. And you know how I continue my dreams once I found my significant other, and I knew it was. How I knew it is just I knew it. I felt it. I felt the connection that I met this person that I know I had to meet today. And it showed me all of their characteristics through dreams, such as how they freaking feel, their personality, how they react to certain things, and it showed me everything about them. And it was like 2 years long, or about 2 to 3 years long, of dreams of back and forth shit, of the same person. But I encountered a lot of people along the way of the mission, not just this person. And other people were about soulmates and stuff like that. Moving on. Okay, now when I freaking encountered my significant other, such as I know it's my twin soul, there was a connection there. It was intimate connection. It was very intimate. Like we known each other already. So again, past life situation, past life connection. my dreams would go back and forth. After I encountered him, that's when missions start happening in the dreams. Like missions, like I have to go through a lot of shit with them. Instead of going through a lot of shit in reality, if I met this person in reality, instead of going through a lot of shit in reality, you would do that in the dream world. And that's when you will understand. If you went through that shit in reality, you would understand and you will be ready for it. It's not frickin' fantasy shit, okay? Everyone is saying, oh, I dream about this, that, and the other. You know, I dream about my twin, this, that, and the other, and it's just so, everything's so perfect. Yeah, but listen here. You didn't freaking dream about missions. Did you? Did you fucking dream about fucking missions? I fucking dreamt about missions. Now, this is when all you twin flame people are fucked now. Is when I'm a twin soul and I'm coming across as I did missions in dreams. That was fucked. That fucking felt like fucking movie, I swear. With frickin' many parts in it. Like there was a first part, second, third, fourth, fifth, like a frickin' never ending shit going on. I had to go through missions. So did he. My significant other. My twin soul. So please don't come across with that bullshit of I dreamt about my twin flame and it was every time I did it was fucking perfect. It was, everything was perfect. We were happy. We did this. Yeah, cut off with that bullshit. Where's the missions that you fucking seen in your dreams that you had to do?